You must cry in these times, that you will know where the feet of God is placed. You must cry in these times, that you will know the people that God is moving with. You must cry in this time where men are looking for association. In this time where men believe in the co-joining of destiny helpers, you must find out that destiny destroyers in likewise don't look much different from destiny helpers. You must find out that people who slay men, you must find out that Jezebels don't dress naked anymore. You must find out by what tactics, by what strategy, by what scheme they enter into the calling of men. You see, a son called me this morning, and since then my heart has been paining me. He said there is a man of God that we invited for a crusade that we are holding tomorrow. He said, Daddy, I'm confused. I'm angry. I'm confused. I can't explain how I feel. I said, what is it? He said, Daddy, I'm confused. I have a brother who is part of the crusade, who is living in the house of the man of God, and I went to see him. He said, when I got there, we actually planned that we are going to come, but that I'm going to come. He said, but I forgot to call him, and on my way I said, let me just meet him at home since he's expecting me. He didn't know the brother just stepped out. So when he came in, the protector was locked, the main door was locked, the inner door was locked. He could not access the house. So he touched the key, touched the, he just told me he will be here. He picked up his phone and he was silent. And the people inside thought that nobody was in the door anymore. So he came out. He heard openings. So he stood aside. Opening. And the man of God, who was to come to program for them tomorrow evening, came out of the room. It didn't take long. Another sister in the fellowship, one room apartment, came out of the room and walked straight to him, to this brother, and said, the sister that came out walked straight to the brother and said, man. He was trying to tell him that what you people think, because that young man is the leader of the fellowship where they are. He was trying to tell him, because the sister have run after this brother refused. She ran after this brother refused. This brother got this lady in the revelation as a wolf wearing sheep clothing. And every time she sees him physically, she will tell him, you, one day I will tell you, man. So that yesterday, my fall will not give a demon a rank. I will not go down for a demon to go up, for an agent to be rewarded. My cry is that 40 years from now, the speed of men will reduce. Many people that came here, you won't see them again. Some of you would have made so much money that you will find it tangible to come and sit down here. Some of you would have gone to places that your momentums will go down. You will find it an affront, an insult on your personality. By what scheme does Satan do this? Don't fight the battle God is not fighting. Don't go where God is not going. The Bible said Amalek discomfited. They became unfit for the journey. They had no choice but to die in the wilderness. They became unfit for Canaan. They became unfit, but a man was still fit. A man said, 45 years ago, he said, I am as strong as I was. Because that day that they went on that battle, the Bible said him and Moses and the ark sat still. They stayed back in his presence. This girl came out and walked straight to this brother and said, man, what he was trying to tell him is, the leader of your fellowship, he's in my laps. Have I not told you destiny is littered with mantles. The bearers are still alive. The original owners are not dead, but they can't carry it anymore. They have lacked the fortitude, the force to move it. They can't push it forward. Some who have not lost it are stagnant. Because there is a speed, there is a force it takes to push a calling upwards. Some have lost that zeal, that personal set apart, God's dealings on the flesh that men embark on in order to catch up the spirit man and have the tenacity and the capacity to push forward the calling of God upon their life. The grace of God upon their life is weakened, is weakened, weakened, weakened. And I know why. You entered what God was not in. The devil played a game and you took relationships that weakened you. You connected yourself to men that heaven did not have business with. How did Jehoshaphat go down? Jehoshaphat made a confederacy with Ahab. Jehoshaphat sold Judah to Ahab. The only land that still had the force to propel the will of God. The only tribe that still had the fortitude, the grace to raise godly king and to push God's kingdom and agenda forward. Hereby, God has already sworn that the Messiah will come from this tribe. A priest from the order of Melchizedek. And hell wanted to reduce the strength to push that work. What did they do? Ahab sent for Jehoshaphat and said, my brother, I have a battle at Ramoth Gilead. Will you go with me? It looked nice that a king is asking for your assistance. It looked nice that the king of 10 tribes is recognizing the king of one tribe. Doesn't it sound good to have an invitation from a general overseer of 10 tribes, even though God has left him? He looked nice. And so he went. And from that day, Athaliah was sown in the heart of Jehoshaphat's son like a seed. From that day, Jehoshaphat became weak. The fortitude, go and read your Bible. After that day, there was no more testimony of exploit. I studied and found out that there was nothing tangible spoken about Jehoshaphat anymore. He now entered a maintenance culture. Just to maintain the throne, maintain the kingdom before he died. The momentum, the power, the ability to push the kingdom by that association died. It didn't die. From there, the Bible said he entered a ministry together with Ahab. They started building sheep. Elijah, the man of God, came to him and said, what are you doing? You are putting your money, putting your men, putting your heart, putting your love, putting your body, putting your attention in the life of a man that God has rejected. In the life of a man whose wife Jezebel has slain the priests of God. He said, Jehoshaphat, this day your work is cursed. Man of God told him, he said, your work is cursed, it will not prosper. Go and check it. Jehoshaphat did nothing again. Nothing. That ship broke. He now started a maintenance culture, if any come on, you know, he just entered something like that and handed over to his son. By then, his son was married to Athaliah. It didn't take long. The young man died. Jezebel now sat in Judah. Jezebel sat in Judah. Have I not asked you how long you will last? How long the strength to push your faith will be? I hear Caleb troubling my spirit. Caleb said, I'm 85, but give me Hebron. Don't give me a soft city. Don't give me an assignment that don't give me an assignment that is small. Give it to young men. He said, me? They say you're 85. He said, you don't understand. I reserved my strength when men wasted their own. I stand where God wants me to stay. Even when it's not convenient. I tarried where God wants me to tarry.